Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win between the Thing versus Colossus, the clash of two steel giants? The Thing, a mainstay of the Fantastic Four, is a human transformed by exposure to cosmic radiation. Ben Grimm's body is covered in a layer of super hard rock, giving him extremely high resistance and tremendous strength, enough to confront the Hulk or lift objects weighing hundreds of tons. In addition to his physical strength, Ben also has rich combat experience and a steely spirit, always ready to protect his friends. Meanwhile, Colossus is a Russian mutant, a member of the X-Men. He has the ability to transform his body into organic metal, significantly enhancing his strength and defense. In his metal form, Colossus is almost immune to physical damage and can lift objects weighing tens of tons. Although younger than the Thing, Piotr possesses a noble spirit and a kind heart, fighting for justice and family. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. The Thing, real name Ben Grimm, is one of the indispensable pillars of the Fantastic Four. The transformation of his body caused by cosmic rays turned Ben Grimm into the Thing, one of the iconic characters of the Fantastic Four. After the transformation, he possesses a muscular body and a skin structure similar to stone. The Thing is recognized as one of the strongest superheroes in the Marvel Universe, with the ability to lift over 100 tons. This is not just a statistical number, but has been proven in a series of confrontations with prominent characters such as Hulk, Thor, or Namor. Although Hulk is often considered the stronger opponent in terms of pure strength, Thing has often created surprises thanks to his tactics, extraordinary endurance, and indomitable will. The Thing also has a high resistance to extreme temperatures, from scorching heat to bone-chilling cold. His rocky shell can also absorb and disperse some of the energy from energy attacks, minimizing direct damage. The Thing, one of Marvel's most iconic characters, is both a formidable fighting machine and a deeply tragic figure. Before becoming the giant rock superhero, Ben was a top test pilot and a close friend of Reed Richards. Disaster struck when he was exposed to cosmic radiation during a mission, causing his body to completely transform, covering him in super hard rock and turning him into the Thing. Ben's strength gradually increased over the years, from being able to lift only 5 tons to being able to lift up to 85 tons, even 100 tons thanks to relentless training. However, Ben is more than just a punch rock. He has a heart of gold, rare courage, and unshakable determination. He has supported a giant collapsing building, knocked out the Hulk, and defeated a living black hole. Ben's stone skin can withstand pressure, bullets, temperatures ranging from -75°F to 800°F, and even attacks from the likes of Thor and Hulk. However, he does have a weakness. Wolverine's adamantium claws can penetrate that rock. The Thing has repeatedly faced off against the Hulk, a creature renowned for its unparalleled strength in the Marvel Universe, and has shown that he can fight to the best of his ability. Their battles are often iconic, and while Hulk is often considered to have the upper hand in terms of sheer strength, Ben stands out for his tenacity and top-notch fighting skills. Ben is also well-trained in close combat. He was taught martial arts by Black Panther, one of the best warriors on the planet. As a result, the Thing is not simply a punching machine, but a strategic fighter who knows how to use his attacks effectively in every situation. The Thing, among them, Dr. Doom is one of the eternal rivals, not only with the Fantastic Four, but also with Ben Grimm personally. With his genius intellect, magical powers, and ambition to dominate, Dr. Doom is a constant threat, forcing the Thing to constantly demonstrate his courage and determination on the front line. Another name that Ben has had to confront many times is Mole Man, the ruler of the underground kingdom of Subterranean. Although not possessing overwhelming physical strength, Mole Man always uses guerrilla tactics and controls giant creatures to make it difficult for superheroes. In encounters with him, the Thing is often the pioneer, crushing resistance with superior strength and endurance. Hulk is a special name that often appears in Ben Grimm's outstanding solo matches. Although both are heroes, they often have conflicts due to disagreements, misunderstandings, or forced circumstances. Battles between the Thing and Hulk are always eye-catching displays of the two most muscular forces in the Marvel Universe. Although Hulk usually has the upper hand in terms of explosive strength, the Thing has the upper hand in terms of tactics and durability. Colossus, or Piotr Rasputin, is one of the most powerful and resilient mutants of the X-Men. Born in Russia, Piotr possesses a unique ability. He can transform his entire body into organic steel, a special form of metal that is not ordinary steel, but a super durable substance from another dimension. The transformation is instantaneous and gives him super strength, durability, and resistance. He can maintain this steel state at will, but if he loses consciousness, his body will automatically return to human form. After adulthood, Colossus can easily lift over 100 tons. His feats are impressive, from crushing tanks, uprooting ancient trees, swinging 15-meter-high robots like toys, to lifting the X-Men's giant plane. Not only is he incredibly strong, but he is also incredibly durable. He has withstood the blast of 4,500 pounds of TNT, survived a collision with a 10-ton truck at high speed, and has withstood temperatures of up to 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Wolverine, with his famous adamantium claws, could not penetrate Colossus's steel skin. He is also immune to electricity and resistant to magic. Piotr is not only a warrior of steel, but also a gentle artist, a man of incredible strength, but a gentle and deep soul. Colossus can lift hundreds of tons, withstand great pressure, high temperatures, and even artillery shells. He is one of the most physically powerful characters in the X-Men lineup. However, unlike well-trained fighters like Wolverine or Cyclops, Colossus often relies on pure strength to overwhelm his opponents. He does not use complicated techniques, but often chooses to overwhelm with direct attacks, making full use of his steel-like body. Although he is not a person with complex tactics in combat, Colossus is always a solid defense line of the X-Men. He is not only a responsible big brother, but also an ideal model of sacrifice and justice. It is the combination of superior physical strength and compassion that has helped Colossus become a symbol of faith and protection in the mutant world. One of the most formidable enemies he has ever encountered is Juggernaut, the embodiment of unstoppable power. Every time the two confront each other, it is a contest between two giants, where not only is there a physical collision, but also a battle of wills between justice and chaos. Although Juggernaut is often somewhat superior thanks to the magical power of the Crimson Gem of Sidorak, Colossus does not hesitate to rush in, always ready to protect his teammates at all costs. Another threat that Colossus frequently faces are the Sentinels, giant mutant killing machines created by humans. With the ability to detect and adapt to mutant abilities, the Sentinels are not only dangerous opponents, but also symbols of the discrimination and violence that Colossus and the X-Men always try to end. He often stands on the front lines, shielding the weaker ones with his body. Colossus was once captured by Apocalypse and turned into one of the 4 horsemen of the Horsemen of Death. Under the influence of evil power, he became an instrument of destruction. However, in the end, his strong will and love for his teammates helped him escape control. Please, subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much! Physical strength has always been a key factor when evaluating Marvel's super warriors, and when comparing the Thing to Colossus, we are weighing 2 muscle monsters. The Thing, after years of relentless training, has reached an average lifting capacity of 85 to 100 tons. But it's not just numbers. Grimm has performed extraordinary feats, supporting a giant collapsing building, throwing a punch that knocked the Hulk unconscious, and even knocking down a living black hole. Colossus, although a bit quieter, is no slouch. After growing up, Piotr can lift over 100 tons with ease. He has crushed tanks with his bare hands, lifted machines dozens of meters high, held a collapsing hospital on his shoulders, and even made Abomination and Hulk feel real pain. One key point is that Colossus has faced the strongest version of World War Hulk, and lasted longer than the Thing. This makes many people rate Colossus as slightly superior in terms of pure strength. When it comes to durability, or the ability to take a beating and still stand, Colossus and the Thing both deserve to be ranked among Marvel's toughest warriors. However, if we had to choose who is more durable, Colossus seems to be in the lead by a long way. Colossus has demonstrated extraordinary endurance in many fierce battles. He survived an explosion equivalent to 4,500 pounds of TNT, took a hit from a 10-ton truck traveling at 100 miles per hour, and withstood terrifying temperatures of up to 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is higher than the temperature of lava. Conversely, in cold environments, he still withstands negative 390 degrees Fahrenheit, which is close to absolute zero. Not only is Colossus physically durable, he is also immune to electricity and magic, a protection that is extremely rare in characters with pure strength. In particular, Wolverine's adamantium claws, famous for their ability to cut the universe, cannot penetrate Colossus's steel skin. As for the Thing, his skin is made of super durable stone slabs, capable of withstanding 15 pounds of TNT per square inch, can withstand blows from Thor and Hulk, and works well in conditions ranging from negative 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 800 degrees Fahrenheit. However, Wolverine once pierced Ben Grimm's skin, showing the limits of his ability to withstand sharp damage. Physical endurance, or more precisely, the ability to maintain high combat performance for a long time, is a factor that is easily underestimated, but is extremely important in real battles. And when comparing the Thing and Colossus, it can be said that Colossus has a clear advantage in this regard. When in his organic steel state, Colossus can fight non-stop for several days without showing any signs of fatigue. His body produces almost no fatigue toxins, a type of lactic acid that causes normal people to rest after strenuous exercise. This allows Colossus to maintain his ability to fight at 100% efficiency for an extremely long time, something rare, even among the most powerful superheroes. In contrast, the Thing, despite being famous for his strength and endurance, has a time limit. He can only operate at maximum capacity for about 1 hour before fatigue begins to affect his performance. This forces the Thing to fight fast, win fast, taking advantage of strength and technique to end the match early. If the fight drags on into the second or third round, then Ben Grimm will start to run out of breath, and that is when Colossus can easily turn the tables. In every battle, it is not only strength that determines victory or defeat, but also how to use that strength. And when comparing the Thing and Colossus in terms of fighting skills, Ben Grimm, the rock that knows how to fight, is the one with the overwhelming advantage. Before becoming a walking mountain of muscle, Ben had a past as a street kid, living in a violent and difficult environment. Later, he became a test pilot, a job that requires discipline, reflexes, and extreme courage. When he transformed into the Thing, he did not rely entirely on strength but constantly trained his fighting skills. Ben used to compete in amateur boxing, was trained in wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, and possessed real street fighting skills. This made him extremely flexible, wise, and sometimes willing to play dirty if necessary to survive. Colossus, on the other hand, is a skilled fighter, well-trained in the X-Men system, has a judo background and good coordination fighting ability. However, his techniques are still largely based on raw strength and integrity, which makes him sometimes predictable and lacking in versatility in hand-to-hand combat. Fighting spirit, or will to survive, is an invisible but extremely important factor in fierce clashes between super soldiers. At this point, the Thing Ben Grimm is often considered a person with a strong will and never gives up. Ben is not only a super strong guy, he is also a symbol of resilience in Marvel. Turned into a strangely shaped creature, living in self-pity and alienation, Ben still does not give up on himself or his teammates. In combat, that is shown through his strangely resilient character. He can be knocked down dozens of times but still stand up, still swing his arms to counterattack. He fights not only with muscles, but with a heart of iron that refuses to submit to anyone. Colossus has a giant appearance and the heart of an artist. He fights to protect others, carries the responsibility of an X-Men member, but sometimes lacks the aggression and fighting spirit of Ben. Colossus may win in terms of strength, but in the long game, where willpower is the deciding factor, Ben Grimm is the one who is willing to fight until his last breath. After weighing all the factors from strength, durability, fighting skills to fighting spirit, we can see that this is a battle that is almost equal, but not completely 50-50. Colossus is slightly superior in raw strength, endurance, and stamina. He can fight for a longer period of time, withstand terrible attacks, and is less vulnerable to melee weapons. With a body made of organic steel from another dimension, he is almost completely resistant to bullets, fire, electricity, and even magic. On the other hand, the Thing has the advantage in fighting skills and indomitable spirit. He is not only a strong puncher, but also a smart puncher, tactical, resourceful, and willing to defeat his opponent by any means, even bypassing street rules. And most importantly, Ben Grimm never gives up. However, in a long fight, where physical strength and endurance are key factors, Colossus has a clear advantage. If the fight does not end quickly, the Thing will gradually become exhausted while Colossus remains standing like a giant bronze statue. Many years ago, a young Colossus was severely overpowered by the Hulk, who was stronger than the Thing, but Colossus's strength has increased since then. He does not fight with just his fists, but with all his courage and bravery. Ben's endurance is beyond normal biological limits. In a fierce battle, he was once beaten so much that the stone on his face cracked and fell off. However, that did not stop him from continuing to fight and eventually winning. The physical devastation has never dimmed his iron will. With Colossus, a mutant with the ability to transform his body into organic metal, the difference is clear. Although Colossus possesses impressive durability and defense, he has yet to reach the level of resistance and overall strength of the Thing. Where Colossus can be pushed back by overwhelming strength, Ben Grimm perseveres, proving that true strength lies not only in muscles, but also in the heart and spirit of a warrior. In other words, if this were a one-on-one fight to the last man standing match, Colossus would be the one to last longer. Although Ben Grimm would leave Colossus sweaty and bruised, the final victory would still go to Colossus thanks to his ability to take a beating like a god and maintain his strength extremely persistently. This is a hard fist meets super iron match. Colossus and Thing win 10/10 times. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.